good morning or good evening. I hope you are all always well. I'm Lulu. These are my daily stories. I hope you share the happiness with every adventure I have with my friend Marshmallow. Here we go. The morning sun peeked through Lulu's curtains like a nosy neighbor. It lit up her room in golden stripes, dancing across the bookshelf, the ceiling, and finally, her sleeping face. She opened her eyes slowly, stretching like a cat. And right in front of her on the windowsill sat Marshmallow, looking intensely serious. "Something's wrong," Lulu whispered. "I can feel it." Marshmallow flicked his tail once, and then twice. He was staring outside. Lulu sat up and followed his gaze. There, in the backyard garden, was disaster. Her strawberry patch had been tampered with. She raced downstairs barefoot, flung open the back door, and gasped dramatically. Tiny footprints dotted the garden dirt. Several strawberries were gone. Others were bitten, rudely nibbled, and abandoned. "No!" Lulu cried. "My sweet strawberry babies!" Marshmallow trotted out behind her, pausing at the edge of the garden. He sniffed the ground like a professional, narrowed his eyes, and then gave a soft, judgmental chuff. Lulu knelt in the dirt. "This," she whispered, "was not an accident. This was a heist." She stood up tall, brushed off her knees, and declared, "We've got ourselves a strawberry thief." Lulu immediately launched Operation Berry Bandit. She transformed the treehouse into an investigation headquarters. Inside, she pinned photos of all her backyard suspects on a corkboard made of cardboard. Each picture had dramatic red string connecting it to a strawberry sticker. The suspects included Sir Chompington, the garden gnome, very suspicious mustache; Daisy, the neighbor's pug known to eat socks and entire sandwiches; the Squirrel brothers, always chattering in the trees; and Mr. Buttons, the neighborhood raccoon, a known snack criminal. Marshmallow watched quietly from his perch in the window, tail twitching like a metronome. Lulu narrowed her eyes at the evidence and said, "We set a trap." She placed a single, perfect strawberry on a tiny pedestal in the garden. Around it, she built a miniature fence out of popsicle sticks and yarn. Nearby, she set up her sting operation, an elaborate cardboard hideout, complete with binoculars, marshmallow snacks, and a periscope made from a toilet paper tube. Lulu and Marshmallow lay in wait. They waded through a dragonfly landing, a light breeze, and 2 whole yawns. Then, rustling, a shadow moved along the fence. Lulu held her breath. From behind the hydrangeas crept the tiniest raccoon Lulu had ever seen. Much smaller than Mr. Buttons. In fact, it was a baby raccoon. The little rascal tiptoed to the strawberry, sniffed it, and gave it a hopeful lick. Lulu almost squealed at the cuteness. She peeked through the cardboard and whispered, "We have our thief." "But, he's just a baby." She emerged from her hideout slowly, hands up. "It's okay," she said softly, crouching near the little raccoon. "You're not in trouble." The baby raccoon froze, holding the strawberry like a priceless jewel. Marshmallow appeared beside her, surprisingly calm. Lulu noticed the raccoon's ribs poking through its fur. "Oh, you're hungry," she said, her voice melting. "You're not a thief. You're just snackless." She stood, brushing dirt from her knees again. "Well then, we'll help." That afternoon, Lulu built a tiny raccoon cafe behind the shed. She made signs that read, "Very nice cafe, for lost critters only," and left out a bowl of clean water, a plate of fruit bits, and even a small napkin. The next morning, the food was gone and a flower was left in its place. Lulu found it near the napkin. "A thank you gift," she smiled. "Mystery solved. Crime forgiven." Marshmallow meowed once, approving the verdict. They sat together on the porch, sipping juice Lulu and licking cream Marshmallow, watching the garden glisten under the morning sun. And though the strawberries were fewer, the adventure had been far sweeter.